Hi guys, welcome back to another video on the exclusive powerhouse couple. So we'll be featuring abuse in a relationship, and there are many different types of abuse such as physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and you name it. So tonight we want to elaborate on some of these abuse that occurs in a relationship. My husband, over to you.
Yes, I really want to explore the topic on physical abuse. And what is physical abuse? Physical abuse is anything that you come in contact with physically. Punching, biting, crapping with woods, stones, machete, knife, or anything that you have to do with physical. Anything that And physical abuse is abuse that leave mostly scars at times. Physical scars, things that you can see. And in our physical abuse, nothing physical abuse within our relationship is nothing healthy for no one. And physical abuse can occur on both sides. It doesn't happen by the male or by the female. Both parties at times can be abusive, and one can always be the main abuser in a relationship, right? So physical abuse is always, it's not healthy for any relationship, right? It is not something that is healthy and something that should be practiced in our relationship. Physical abuse can deteriorate your relationship and cause your relationship to come to a halt. And when it comes to a halt, it comes to an end where you don't believe in each other anymore. And that's a time when you have other parties step in, such as friends and family, and started to tell you what to do, if you should continue or you should stop and break it off, right? Another one that I really want to look at is verbal abuse. Verbal abuse are negative utterance that comes from one mouth, which is not, verbal abuse is not nothing which is good for anyone. All verbal abuse do is try to belittle and pull down and try to break your motivation and things like that. So verbal abuse is always negative utterance from one's mouth to another partner or another person, right? So it is never nothing that is good. It's always demotivate and take your focus off your main goal and deteriorate you, kill your self-efficacy, lower your self-esteem, and try to break your self-perception. And it also helps to belittle, make people don't perceive you the way you should because of negative utterance that someone use against you to kill your self-esteem and your self-efficacy and your whole self-value or self-evaluation. So verbal abuse, it can lead to so many things in a relationship. It can damp and harm the relationship for it to reach its apex, for it to reach its peak. So physical and verbal abuse are two main abuse that can really kill the relationship and don't give it time to grow because of ignorance, right? So it just stop it and cut it off so the relationship doesn't get time to grow because of physical and the verbal abuse and the negativity and the negative upwards of one's perception of the others. So there's no time any form of abuse is healthy for any relationship. Right, madam?
True.
So you can continue from where I left off.
Okay. So my husband pointed out two abuse, which is physical and verbal, and I want to continue on sexual abuse and emotional abuse. All right. With sexual abuse, we all know that sexual abuse is sex without one's permission.
Unwanted touching,
Yes. So unwanted hugging, kissing, touching are considered sexual abuse without one's consent. Yes, and sexual abuse in a relationship can be damaging to the relationship, where one partner is not comfortable in the relationship.
and scared, of the others, because you hold the person against his or her will for sexual offers and sexual gain, which is not enjoyable and pleasurable to both parties, right? So let us say that the sexual abuse is taking things that is not given. So emotional abuse can also leave long-term scars and effects on a person, and those scars can also cause mental disturbance and damaging to mental health, which can also cause other health issues and stress, right? And cause one to go outside of his normal realms and lead to disease that affects the mind and the brain because of those emotional scars and the impact that the emotional scars comes with. So emotional abuse it is not nothing nice that one can really cope with and keep up to, because of the magnitude and the effects that it has on one mental capacity and mental capability. And people are made up differently. Not everyone can withstand certain pressure, right? So in our relationship, no form of abuse is encouraged, because abuse is gonna just lead from one thing to another, which is not positive. And in our relationship, if it is not positive and meaningful and enjoyable, then trust me, it has nowhere going. So abuse is not encouraged and should be practiced in any form of relationship. Once more, on the exclusive powerhouse couple, where we educate, entertain, and uplift, and motivate, and enlighten you on topics that you has no idea or little information about. So thanks once more, and I would love for you to watch, share, and subscribe.
If you haven't already subscribed, guys, don't leave without subscribing, as we promise to bring you nothing but the best on the exclusive powerhouse couple. We're out.